Hey, what's goody with y'all, man? Yo, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. All right, my bad, y'all. What's goody with y'all, man? Yo, this is Reef'Lik.
And this is Leaky
And
Leak.
this is Reef'Lik.
Anime Horror Gang.
What's good with y'all, man? Got another video.
Today we're going to be reacting to TuV.
Yo, man, shout out to TuV, man. Yo, you the GOAT, man. Yo, we love your videos over here, man. We support you 100% over here. Y'all, please go subscribe to TuV, man. You know he a cool dude over there, man. Always making crazy iceberg videos, all these horror videos and stuff. You know, we gotta check them out, man. Go shout out to TuV, man. We love you so much over here, man. We support you over here.
So please like, comment, subscribe, and join our big happy family.
Yes, y'all, join the family, man. Anime Horror Gang, man. Once you join the family, you're a Supreme Kai. You're a loser, just like us. And we're golden over here. We love y'all so much. We love entertaining y'all. We love making sure that y'all have a better day from watching our videos. So please subscribe to us so y'all can see more from us. And let's begin! All right, y'all. This is called Cartoon Episodes That Traumatize Children. Y'all, before we start this video, y'all, there was a couple of shows that really traumatized us as kids. The main one is Courage to me, because I feel like, yo, Courage, it was like the way how the episodes was just weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not, man.
And their designs of the show and how they design characters in the show, it was weird, creepy, but you still wanted to watch it. There were some episodes I'm like, nah, this is going to give me nightmares. Like,
I mean, who knows? They might have them in here.
yeah, we're going to see. And then, you know, they throw in the copyright disclaimer. So if you hear music in this joint, we're going to cut it off. Cut it right off. So please don't get mad if we don't play the music and stuff.
When growing up, one thing we as kids loved doing was watching TV. Getting up early to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Rugrats.
Toonami.
To watch whatever was playing. These cartoons gave us dreams.
Yo, if you don't remember Toonami, you're not in our generation if you don't know Toonami. For real, Toonami was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Expectations, and most of all, permanent memories. Though, some shows push the boundaries, causing us to remember the more disturbing side of said.
Yeah, that
right
was
there.
creepy.
Talking about cartoon episodes that traumatize.
This show was weird too.
Hey guys,
Yeah, that show was weird. Remember with that scene when Homeboy had the log on his butt and he was all, oh, what was?
Yeah.
back to another.
Like he was enjoying it.
Starts, I want to let you guys know that today, the day that you are watching this, at 5 p.m. PST, we will be doing a live Q&A on my Discord server. So you can join and ask a question. It's going to be heavily moderated by my amazing team of mods. I also want to say that this video is heavily inspired by Blame It on George. His link is down in the description. Make sure to go subscribe to him. I love him. I look up to him as a creator. Hopefully one day I can narrate for his channel because I know he invites a bunch of YouTubers to narrate for his videos. Yeah,
Oh, for real? We gonna check him out.
This list is in no particular order. It's just the ones I wrote down. With that being said, make sure to grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get started with the video.
Okay.
Pingu's Dream. Pingu. Pingu was a Swiss-British stop-motion claymation children's show created by Otmar Gutmann in 1987.
Oh.
The main character is a penguin called Pingu who lives in the South Pole along with his family and friends. The show aired on BBC Children's and Education, and episodes averaged 5 minutes in length. Today, we will be talking about Season 1, Episode 26, Pingu's Dream. The episode starts off as normal, nothing out of the ordinary. Pingu's mom is reading him a bedtime story, and Pingu begins to drift away to sleep. He wakes up to the sound of his igloo jumping, and before you know it, the igloo flies away. Then his bed extends its legs, and it begins walking. The camera cuts to this creepy walrus watching Pingu in his bed go about their day. Not to mention that every time the walrus pops up, these synths are played, it just gives you some uneasy feeling. What's up with things involving walruses being creepy? The directors keep showing the audience how the walrus is.
Oh, I don't like how it came up like that.
Yeah, with those black eyes.
You know how the directors made this already creepy character make his introduction to children? This is how.
Oh!
Okay, it got.
It's weird to see that the walrus is supposed to have this like goofy personality that finds everything funny.
That looked weird.
No, that's just creepy.
It do look creepy.
The walrus begins messing with Pingu and eats his bed, all while non-stop laughing. Pingu and his bed begin running away, and Pingu ends up falling down a hill of snow. It was actually a pretty cool transition because the next camera zooms out, and you can see that he's in his room again. The episode ends with Pingu crying and his mother consulting him. Yes. That's how this episode ends. Not only
What?
is it the ending to the episode,
Man.
but this was actually the season finale. This episode was highly controversial.
Wait a
and
minute.
was eventually banned from television due to the giant walrus being too scary and unsettling for many viewers. The creator, Omar Gutman, actually used the same walrus model in a German short film he made years prior. This caught me off guard because the voice he used for the walrus is so unexpected. Here, I'll just play the clip. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to
That was weird.
Blue Cat Blues, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry need no introduction. I'm 100% sure everyone
I remember
watching this
Tom and
video
Jerry.
knows
I love the
exactly
Tom and
who
Jerry.
these two are. Blue Cat
Not the
Blues
racist
is
stuff, though. I ain't like the racist part.
The video begins with a quote by Jerry's narrator while watching Tom sit on the train tracks, patiently waiting for the train to come by. The quote is, "Poor Tom. In a few minutes, it'll all be over. And for the first time since he met her, he'll be happy. Poor, miserable, lovesick creature. I suppose people will say I should have helped him. I know. But it's better this way." Talk about a kid's show getting dark. Throughout the
That was
episode,
dark.
we see just how much Tom is in love with this cat, and how he is overthrown by another cat by the name of Mr. Butch. The cat with more money, more gifts, a better car. Tom resorts to drinking milk, which in this episode is a substitute
Like
for
liquor.
alcohol. Tom is seen sliding down a gutter until Jerry saves him. They get splashed by some water, and come to find out, it's Mr. Butch and the love of Tom's life riding away in his car with...
Y'all, I'm gonna let you know this for the fellas. Like, it's gonna be quick, but don't be simping over for no chick. If she don't love you for you and stuff like that, don't simp over her. And then she knows Tom wants her, and you gonna have both of them fighting each other for you? Nah, bro, you better than that.
Yeah.
You deserve better than that. You don't need her, bro. And look at her. He's spoiling her that gifts in the car. Like, she ain't nothing, bro. You can find another joint, bro.
After this,
Yeah.
the same thing happens to...
Fellas, know your worth. Know your worth. Some of these females be wanting the world and expect you to give them the world, but dude, they not even worth it themselves. Like, nah,
His
dude.
girlfriend is riding away with another mouse. Jerry brings himself down to the train tracks, sits next to Tom, and
See, y'all don't beat down bad like this. Y'all are kings.
Yeah.
horn of a train.
That's just depressing,
This
man.
episode was banned by Cartoon Network and Boomerang due to its references to alcohol and... Also, I just want to clear up a common misconception, and that is that this is actually the finale to the series. It's not.
Wait a minute, what? That's the finale.
Man's best friend, Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy ran on Nickelodeon from 1991 to 1996 and focused on...
Yeah, they was weird, dude, with that log.
It's actually scary. Season 2, Episode 4 opens up with a man by the name of George Liquor adopting Ren and Stimpy.
Why you look like that?
He puts them through a bunch of...
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. He trying to look like he's sucking on some lemon heads.
with how he wants his ideal pets to act. In one scene, he forces Stimpy
Oh, why his neck like that?
disciplined and, well, just watch.
Okay, that's creepy, man.
That's a good boy.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, man.
Eventually, George says that his pets need to learn how to attack. So he puts on this padded bite suit, and Stimpy is reluctant due to him being his owner. Ren, on the other hand, takes full advantage of this and begins beating the ever-living shit out of George. So much so that George's head does a full 360 and an eyeball falls out of its socket. Ren continues on his rampage and just doesn't stop beating this man to a pulp. It even shows George with X's for eyes, and we all know what that means. Though he actually didn't die. It's still quite disturbing to add that little detail. But the
Right, you don't want to
want
show little kids that.
Yeah.
George climbs out of his suit, breathes like a maniac, and congratulates Ren on
Oh!
Yeah.
with all three characters dancing. Yeah. Now, this episode actually never ended up airing on Nickelodeon. It was banned once they saw what it actually contained. But this episode was moved to Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon. And that show was basically a revival of the original, except with very sexual... It was just a very sexual show.
Oh, yeah, they did not need to put that on TV.
Yeah. Especially for kids.
Oh, yeah, because kids don't be needing to see stuff like that.
This creator was trying to go with this dark humor, but it just ended up being super creepy for kids, and it was not the right move.
I don't blame
Team
him.
for 2. Cat Dog. Cat Dog ran for 7 years on Nickelodeon from 1998 to 2005. You may
This show
recognize
was
Dog's
so-
voice since it's Tom Kenny, SpongeBob's voice actor. Teeth for Two is actually a fun concept for an episode where whenever one of them does something, the other one feels it. Except it revolves around teeth. Look, I hate the dentist already.
Oh!
But just the fact that there's drills in your mouth. Pause. Nah, bro. I just hate everything about the dentist so much. Anyway, the dentist tells them that the food they eat affects the other's teeth, resulting in Cat's teeth to become brown and withered. Cat tries to convince Dog to start eating healthy, but then turns into a battle seeing who can do more damage to the other's teeth. Cat chews on ice, and Dog chews on foil. Later that night, Dog is asleep, and Cat attempts to brush his teeth. He is unable to do so because of all the food in his mouth. So what's the next best option? That's right, traveling inside of their own body to come out as an inside-out cat out of Dog's mouth.
Oh!
Dog screams of horror and swallows Cat back down to where he's supposed to be.
Oh!
They get their teeth fixed, but end up getting food allergies from all the junk they ate throughout the entire episode. Never thought I'd see an inside-out cat trying to brush a dog's teeth.
That
Oh!
is disturbing.
Knuckles and his hilarious problem. The Misadventures of Flapjack.
Well, remember Flapjack, Candy Island?
Yeah.
So much disturbing shit. Personally, as a kid, I loved it just because it was so gross and I thought that was so funny.
The show was funny to me.
Zoomed in pictures
Oh
of
my
the characters' faces. Anyway, season 2, episode 4 is Knuckles and his hilarious problem. This episode is about addiction. More specifically, Knuckles' addiction to candy, which has the effects of alcohol, from feeling warm and happy, angry at the world, to depression. The next morning, after Knuckles ingests a bunch of candy,
How you get drunk off of candy?
I mean, it is a kid's show, so anything's possible. So
Flapjack realizes that Knuckles has become addicted to the candy, so much so that he hallucinates, sees Flapjack as a lollipop, and tries eating him. Next, Knuckles begins manipulating
Yeah.
Flapjack
Like he's a fiend.
He can trust him. Though this only leads to 2 candy rampages where he steals from homes, babies, and a gumball machine. Then we go to this depressing scene showing just how this candy addiction has left Knuckles. Getting kicked out of the candy trough,
Ah!
taking any bit of candy
He was a fiend.
now.
yeah.
Bro, for real? Oh!
He decides to send Knuckles off to isolation on a piece of the boardwalk into the sea. Here, Knuckles begins hallucinating and imagines a giant Flapjack putting his arms inside of his mouth and vomiting candy into it.
Oh no, Val.
Very dark episode if you think about it, especially seeing just how bad the effects of candy have left Knuckles. I really like the episode though. It really makes you aware of just how bad alcohol or any addiction can be.
Yeah, that is true.
Earth Mover. Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond.
I remember that episode.
1999
Oh, I love the Batman Beyond. Y'all, me and Leaky Leak love Batman Beyond and like DC and stuff. Oh my goodness.
Season 1, Episode 15, aka Earth Mover. We start with this teenage girl by the name of Jackie hanging with her friends, one of which is Terry
McGinnis!
Batman after the original Bruce Wayne Batman. She explains that she's been feeling like she was followed and watched by someone. Soon after that, Terry sees a mysterious figure outside through the window. A chase begins, but the figure isn't caught. The next day, Jackie's adopted father gives all 3 of them a ride, but first he says he wants to show them something. That being a piece of land he plans on buying and placing a factory on. An earthquake happens, and again, there was another fight scene. After this, Bill, her adopted father, explains that he thinks it might be Jackie's real father looking for him. He tells the story from many years ago, and while he was trying to dump toxic waste into an abandoned mine shaft, the wire pulling up the container got stuck on a piece of wood and resulted in the entire mine shaft collapsing in on itself. Jackie's father was at the bottom and ended up being crushed by the debris. Not only that, but was covered by the toxic waste. Everyone assumed that he died instantly, and Bill felt so bad that he ended up adopting Jackie, who was only a kid at the time. Fast forward into the episode, and the Earth Mover has trapped both Jackie and Bill underground. During this scene, Jackie finds out what her father actually looks like, and, well...
That's disturbing.
So like the text was saying, I can't show too much due to a copyright claim, but basically, Jackie is horrified seeing that this is her father. I mean, who wouldn't be? Look at the way they drew it. Yeah, that's basically the scene in a nutshell. I mean, even listen to that voice. It sounds like he's struggling to get his words out. He seems to think that Bill betrayed him and left him to die so that he didn't have to split the revenue with a partner. He also sees Bill adopting Jackie as her getting stolen from him. Imagine accidentally dying and then the friend that accidentally killed you adopts your daughter? Bro, eventually, Batman swoops in and saves the day. The episode ends with this very dark quote.
My father.
He's not your father. Not really. He's a ghost.
Dad.
Mooch Master P,
Damn.
Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty aired from 2006
Oh, I remember this show. This show was
A
weird.
mix of low ratings and criticism from adults and vegetarians who protested against the show. Honestly, the show was very lucky it even lasted 3 years, considering how ugly all of the characters were.
Right.
It followed fast food workers Josh and Parker through their odd adventures. Season 1, Episode 6 begins with Parker and quote-unquote mooching off of everyone and eating their food. Josh gets annoyed and tricks him into eating a raw patty. Then, weird things start happening. Like, all of the food Parker is about to take a bite out of disappear. Josh records it with a camcorder and slows down the footage. Then we see that a giant tapeworm is living inside of Parker eating all.
I remember that
They decide to get
episode.
rid of the tapeworm the only way they know how, fishing it out of Parker's stomach. They do end up getting it out, and an Australian man comes by and says he'll buy it for his zoo. Though he doesn't take it to the zoo. Instead, he swallows it whole in front of them.
Oh! Ugh!
That's the stuff.
And says she tickles on the way down.
Yo, she
Yo,
tickles on the way.
That is wrong. That is just so wrong, man.
Why you say it like that? Yo,
I'm not gonna lie. What were these people? Man, dude.
she tickles on the way down. I ain't never heard that movie.
King Ramsey's Curse / Remembrance of Courage Past.
Oh, I remember this one.
Would not be
Dude,
completely
this guy looked scary.
dog. I could go on and on about all the creepy monsters that gave kids nightmares throughout the entirety of the series, but I want to mention the one that stuck with me the most, and that's King Ramsey's Curse.
This was creepy.
This does not want to return a historical slab because he hears on the news that it's worth $1 million. A person from the museum it belongs to comes over to take it back and offers Eustace a tote bag. Really, my guy? I'm pretty sure
For
you
real?
can legally get it back for free. Then the door gets slammed on him. When it becomes nighttime, they hear a creak at the door and check outside. Then we get King Ramses, who just keeps repeating, "Return the slab or suffer my curse."
This dude was creepy.
Yeah, man. Open your door and you see that.
It's just such a creepy design, and also
And like the way how his presence is, it's like,
There's so many instances of just plain creepy stuff in this cartoon, but that's what gave it its charm. I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog definitely let young kids know whether they like the horror genre. So, shout out to Courage the Cowardly Dog for that. I also want to talk about another episode called Remembrance of Courage Past, which is actually the second to last.
oh, this
episode.
was so sad. I cried in this episode.
Courage's parents, which
That is
sadly
sad.
got taken away
I
I'm not
cried.
gonna lie.
due to an evil veterinarian. This veterinarian puts Courage's parents in a rocket ship, and Courage can't do anything because he's just a pup. While being chased, Courage hops into the garbage disposal and escapes. He watches as his parents are sent off to space and waves goodbye. We see how Courage is adopted by Muriel and why she decides to name him Courage. Meanwhile, in the present day, the same thing is about to happen to Muriel. And
Yo, this dude needs to go.
Luckily, he will
Yeah.
save the day and send the veterinarian to space this time. In space, he finds himself with all the other dogs he has experimented on, including Courage's parents. Those two episodes never left my mind. I think about those episodes to this day. Jurassic Bark, Futurama. This is a little bonus I'm throwing in. The reason I'm throwing this in as a bonus is because, one, Futurama wasn't really made for kids. It was a show for young adults. And two, I don't think this episode traumatized anyone. It was just incredibly sad. And if you're a fan of Futurama, you already know what I'm talking about. This episode, Jurassic Bark, was the hardest one to rewatch for me. This episode is about Fry's old dog from 1997 named Seymour. In case you guys don't know, Futurama takes place in the year 3000, with Fry being the only person from the year 2000, since he accidentally fell into a cryogenic chamber on New Year's Day. Anyway, Fry finds Seymour as a fossil in a museum, where he then takes
Oh, I remember this.
The professor explains that he can actually bring back Seymour with new technology, and so Fry begins getting ready for Seymour's return. This includes a doggy bed, a collar, and some chew toys. When the professor is ready to bring back Seymour, Bender throws his body into a pit pit of lava because he's jealous that Fry will have a new best friend. We get a flashback of Seymour doing everything in his power to find Fry. Seymour eventually finds Fry, but no one in the lab notices that Fry is in there. Even his parents who go to pick up Seymour. Talk about frustration. Anyway, Bender jumps into the lava pit and retrieves Seymour's body. Seymour didn't burn due to the material covering his body. The professor finds out that Seymour actually lived his full lifespan of 15 years, 12 years after Fry's disappearance. So Fry decides not to bring him back simply because he doubts Seymour even remembers him, and he probably moved on with another family. But wait, here's the kicker. We, the audience, get a
On copyright.
That is sad right there.
Yo,
Like,
this one made me. We're gonna talk through it. It really made me sad. Like thinking, like, yo, this dog really went through a lot.
like he really sat there waiting for him though.
To come.
He hadn't forgotten
So
about him
actually
though.
nominated for an Emmy in 2003, which, you know, that's just how good the episode was. Sadly, it did not win the Emmy. The Simpsons beat it out, which is also made by Matt Groening. So, Matt Groening, good on you. Yeah, this episode tore my heart out when I watched it. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers.
Go subscribe to him.
Go follow me on all my socials, Instagram, Twitter. Go subscribe to my second channel. Join the Discord server because we're going to be talking later today. And even if you're watching this video on the day that I didn't upload
I'm not
it,
gonna
it's
lie,
okay.
these bring back some
Memories, like nostalgia.
Yeah, from my childhood though. I'm not gonna lie.
So much nostalgia.
Promote that since saying
Man,
everything.
these episodes,
My next video
man.
will be TikTok Iceberg Part 3 with a special co-host. Part 3 is the finale, so we're going to end off the series with number 3. And you guys are going to love her, so make sure to stay tuned, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys next time I upload.
Rich boy, baby.
Yo, shout out to TuV, man. Yo, we love you so much on this channel, man. You know we'll always support you and stuff over here. Yo, y'all, that video brought back so much nostalgia because, you know, we grew up watching some of these shows. So it was like, yo, just going back and just seeing it was like, oh, man, like them days when we used to come back from grammar school and stuff and just watch these shows or just late at night watching these shows. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, even some shows we hadn't really seen in a long time, they, like, if by first glance, it unlocked some memories too also.
Like, oh, my goodness, y'all. Like, they brought back so much nostalgia to us. But yeah, y'all, we gotta end the video. Me and Leaky Lee gotta go. So please like, comment, and subscribe to TuV, and please like, comment, and subscribe to us as well. Please join us so y'all can see our videos every weekend and stuff. So because we love entertaining y'all, we want to make sure that y'all have a good day and stuff. Please join Anime Horror Gang. If you're an anime fan, please come and join us. This is your home. If you're a horror fan, please come here and join us because this is your home too. And if you like both, you got best of the both worlds. So please come on and subscribe to us, y'all. And we'll see y'all next time.
See you next time.
Deuces.